Hey everybody, it saddens me deeply this morning to have to make this video. Weeks ago we told everybody that home isolation of persons with suspected COVID-19 might not be a good control strategy. Family members usually do not have personal protective equipment and lack professional training, which easily leads to familial cluster infections. We tried to get this data out. We tried to get it out much earlier than the experts at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. I planned on giving it to you. July 2020, folks. We're not even there yet. This is months away that they had intended on telling you this. It's being expedited up their chain of articles now to make it into the Infectious Diseases Journal. But I just wanted to show everybody that document. Again, it really saddens all of us here at Team Debunk This Fauci to have to make this video and to listen to these words. What we do out of love. We do not do this out of hatred. I do not hate this man. I do not know this man. Therefore, I cannot hate this man. But I will love him for what's about to happen.
How are you still generating 600 new cases every day? Where are they coming from? Again, let's look at the facts, let's look at the data, let's understand and see what we can do. So what we've done over the past few days is we asked hospitals, look at just those new cases who are coming in, right? Yesterday, 600 new cases. Where are those people coming from, and what can we learn from those people to further target and refine our strategy? When you look at where they're coming from, they're primarily coming from downstate New York, which is not surprising. Basically equally distributed. Long Island is 18%. So that's a number that jumps out at you. Rockland, Westchester, which is where we did have a problem, that's down to 11%. When you look at the racial breakdown of who's getting hospitalized, you see it's disproportionately minorities, disproportionately African American and Latino, again in downstate New York. Higher percentage male, 52-48. We don't know exactly why. But the virus doesn't discriminate generally. And a very high percentage comorbidities, which is what we've been talking about and which we understand, which is not a surprise. This is a surprise.
Sadly, it's not a surprise to us. We told everybody. We're still telling everybody. I'm going to put that right there. 66% of the hospitalized people came from home. They were home isolated for extended periods of time. These people die because nobody listened. Are you listening yet? Are you listening now? We have shown you over and over who is manipulating the data. We have shown over and over where the data manipulation came from, when it happened. %, folks.
Overwhelmingly, the people were at home, where there's been a lot of speculation about this. A lot of people, again, had opinions. A lot of people have been arguing where they come from and where we should be focusing. But if you notice, 18% of the people came from nursing homes. Less than 1% came from jail or prison. 2% came from the homeless population. 2% from other congregate facilities.
Again, we're going to stop you right there because what I want you guys to see is this number, 2%. You are not talking about people living in extremely sanitary conditions with the economic means to protect themselves from this virus, this allegedly deadly virus. But why only then 2%? As opposed to 66% that followed the rules and stayed home isolated. These people live on the streets. Wake up.
But 66% of the people were at home, which is shocking to us.
It wasn't shocking to us. We knew it would happen. We've been telling you about the CDC manipulation, and finally, people are listening. Judicial Watch just filed a lawsuit on behalf of the Daily Caller News Foundation for Dr. Fauci and WHO records in regards to COVID-19. They're not using both codes. They're assigning the new ICD code of U07.1 whenever there's a clinical or epidemiological diagnosis, when laboratory confirmation is inconclusive or not available. So they're not using this, even though laboratory confirmation is available, and it would be conclusive. As long as a doctor puts down a word such as probable or likely, presumed, then they're just going to reassign this new code, and they're not going to follow up on these cases. Unless people doing mortality coding and statistics, unless you doctors, unless you nurses, please, nurses, put pending COVID-19 testing, please. That's all we're asking. This ensures that there's a follow-up by NCHS, and then we can deal with this follow-up process as it happens. But right now, there is no follow-up. People are being buried. Bodies are being burned. There will be no follow-up. They have just been converted erroneously to a lab-confirmed death. So you went from possibly dying of pneumonia or influenza to becoming a lab-confirmed, virus-identified case data. You're a statistic now for COVID-19. We knew this would happen. We tried telling people. Please, visit our website, find us on Twitter, find us on YouTube. We're trying to get all the information out there to you guys. We put this website up not only for our information, but for information from other people. The website's evolving rather quickly. As you can see, it's pretty plain right now. Don't expect that to last very long. Some of you may have seen this. Some of you may have not have seen this Plandemic documentary. A lot of different documentaries are coming out, and they seem to have all the pieces of the puzzle, but no way of holding it together. And that's what we are. We are the glue that is going to bind all of these pieces together. So, I want you guys all to go here, watch this, click this little button, and download this. Put it up on your own platform. Save it to your device so that you can share it, so they can't remove your videos like they're doing to other people. You'll notice that there's no fact checkers. There's no fact checking on anything that hashtag debunk this Fauci puts out. There's no YouTube censorship other than them occasionally removing my vocals from the commentary. So you can't hear what I'm saying, but they can't stop you from seeing the data we're putting out because it's all public record. We only use public record for that purpose. These are included in public record. We just know how to find them. Just because they're not released yet doesn't mean they're not public record. Again, what we do out of love, not out of hatred. Please, go here, watch this, download it, Watch the rest of the videos. Our documentary, Endgame, is on the front page. These are 3 very important videos that you should see right here. Don't leave a comment. If you want to log in and leave a comment, we're deleting this hour by hour as it comes in. I have a script that deletes not necessarily your comments, but your login information. So we really have no way of responding back to you or anything like that. Go to YouTube, go to Twitter, go to Facebook, find us there. This is just meant as a resource tool for all of you. Again, the search for the truth ends here. Watch this video. We show you everything. Absolutely everything. The paper trail, the names, the NGOs, the government organizations, all the players, all the people in the background, the people hiding behind the curtain. We have it all. It's in this video. Again, I'm going to back it up and leave it with this.
Talking about, which we understand, which is not a surprise. This is a surprise. Overwhelmingly, the people were at home. Where there's been a lot of speculation about this, a lot of people, again, had opinions. A lot of people have been arguing where they come from and where we should be focusing. But if you notice, 18% of the people came from nursing homes. Less than 1% came from jail or prison. 2% came from the homeless population, 2% from other congregate facilities. But 66% of the people were at home, which is shocking to us. Disproportionately older, but by the way, older starts at 51 years old. I'm a little sensitive on this point, but if older starts at 51 years old, then that's a large number of us old folk in this state, in this country. So that whole vulnerable population being old, well, old is now 51 and up. So think about that. 60 to 70, 20%, 70 to 80, 19%. But 51 years old is old. Okay. Then I am very old.